Ijaw Group fires warning, demands Inec obey Supreme Court ruling. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for more news after the break. Ijaw Group fires warning, demands Inec obey Supreme Court ruling. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your political update. Tonight, tensions are rising in the Niger Delta as a prominent Ijaw group has issued a strong warning to the Independent National Electoral Commission, popularly known as Inec, demanding full compliance with a recent Supreme Court ruling linked to the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State. The development is generating serious political attention across Nigeria as debates continue over the future of governance, party structures, and political stability in one of the country's most influential oil-producing regions. According to reports, the Ijaw Group insisted that the Supreme Court judgment must be respected immediately and without political manipulation. Leaders of the group warned that ignoring or delaying implementation of the ruling could increase political tension and public anger across parts of the Niger Delta. The statement comes at a time when Rivers State remains deeply divided following months of political confrontation involving supporters of Governor Siminalayi Fubara and loyalists of former governor and current FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Political observers say the crisis has gone beyond ordinary party disagreements and has now become a major battle for political control ahead of the 2027 general elections. The Ijaw Group argued that democratic institutions must remain neutral and respect the authority of the judiciary. According to them, any attempt to ignore the Supreme Court decision could damage public confidence in Nigeria's electoral and legal systems. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission, or Independent National Electoral Commission, is now facing increasing pressure from multiple political stakeholders demanding clarity on the implementation of the court ruling. Although Inec has not officially responded to the latest warning, analysts believe the Commission is likely being extremely careful because of the political sensitivity surrounding Rivers State. Across Port Harcourt and other parts of Rivers, reactions have been mixed. Some residents believe the Supreme Court judgment should be implemented immediately to avoid further political uncertainty. Others fear that the growing confrontation between rival camps could destabilize governance and affect development projects within the state. Social media has also exploded with political arguments, with supporters from different factions accusing one another of attempting to influence democratic institutions for political advantage. Several commentators have warned that Rivers State could become one of Nigeria's most politically volatile regions if tensions continue escalating ahead of the next election cycle. The Niger Delta remains strategically important because of its massive contribution to Nigeria's oil production and national economy. As a result, political instability in the region often attracts nationwide attention from government officials, security agencies, investors, and international observers. Some analysts say the latest intervention by the Ijaw Group reflects growing frustration among regional stakeholders who believe the political crisis has lasted too long and is beginning to affect governance and stability. Others believe ethnic and regional interests may increasingly shape political alignments as different groups attempt to protect their influence within Rivers State politics. Meanwhile, calls for peace and dialogue are growing louder. Religious leaders, community elders, and civil society organizations are urging political actors to avoid inflammatory statements and focus on peaceful resolution of disputes through constitutional means. Security agencies are also reportedly monitoring developments closely to prevent any breakdown of law and order. For many Nigerians watching the situation unfold, the bigger concern is whether political institutions can remain independent and whether democratic processes will be respected by all sides involved. As the pressure on Inec continues to grow, political analysts believe the Commission's next steps could significantly influence the future direction of Rivers State politics. Will the Supreme Court ruling be fully implemented without controversy, or could the crisis deepen even further in the coming weeks? That is the question many Nigerians are asking tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest on the growing political tension as an Ijaw Group demands Inec compliance with the Supreme Court ruling. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more breaking political updates and trending Nigerian news.